Hi Flosstube, it's Jamie. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I filmed a video. I think that the last one I uploaded was way back in February, and today is June 15th. So it's been a minute. Life seems to just be incredibly busy, and I frankly haven't had time to sit down and film a video. I have been doing some stitching, but I don't have a lot of that to share with you today, but enough. So if you can't tell, I am in a hotel room. It is Thursday, June 15th at about 7:30 a.m. Today is the first day of StitchCon Weekend B. So I'm at a Holiday Inn. I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night, and then I'm gonna move over to the Hyatt today. I think the StitchCon doors open at 10 this year. They're opening earlier. So in a couple hours, I'm gonna go get some breakfast, but then head over to StitchCon, and I'm looking forward to it. But I thought it would be good to come on and do a quick video just to share a couple things with you and share the projects that I brought to work on at StitchCon. I had a really hard time narrowing down what I wanted to bring, and so I brought way too many, as one might do. But let's get into it. First of all, I want to show you the small that I've put together for the Smalls Exchange. So I have it, sorry for the crinkling, there's going to be a little bit of that today. So I stitched up this little pillow. Let's see if it'll focus on it. Here we go. This is a pattern from Shakespeare's Peddler that is a stitch in time saves 9. I thought it was really cute. The colors aren't showing up great, but this is stitched on a 32 count, I don't know, some linen I had in my stash, just a scrap, with some dinky dye silks. And then I think the white, I used DMC Floche. And I just finished it as a little pillow. I added some beads with an antique button. The back is just some green, what do you call that? Some green fabric. And then I put some lady dots, white eyelash trim around the edge. But I love how it turned out, and I hope whoever gets it loves it. And then I got a few extra things to put in the bag, as one does at StitchCon. Let's start with this. So I made a scissor block. So if you watch Linen and Scraps on Flosstube, Kathy Bjorn, isn't it Kathy Bourne? I might have that name wrong. She's a Diary of a Sampler Lover on Instagram, and she sells these blocks every once in a while, but I had bought one from her previously. Sorry, I knew my phone wasn't going to stay up there. But I bought one of these blocks from her. She sells a kit where I bought a Christmas one. I think I showed it in a Flosstube video, but I just bought these pre-made blocks at Hobby Lobby, drilled a hole in it to hold the scissors, so your scissors will fit right in there. And then I stained it. This is just scrapbook paper that I Mod Podged onto the block, and then I added some lace around the top just to give it a little something. And then I got this cute scissor block from a seller on Etsy. I can't remember their name, but I will see if I can link it below. But it says Stitcher. It's not focusing. But that's what goes in my exchange gift. And then I also picked up these stickers. This one says Floss Boss, and cross stitch makes everything better. These are from, I want to say Modern Hoopla, but I don't think that's right. I'll link that shop below too. Maybe it's Stitched Modern. She's got a great website, so I will try to link that below. And then I want to say last year after StitchCon, I found these little ornaments from another seller on Etsy, and I bought one for myself, and I bought an extra one to go in my StitchCon bag. So I have that. And then I found this coloring book. So this is off of Amazon. It's like 10 bucks. They have a bunch of them. This is Magical Marine Life. But what it is they give you a pattern, and then you basically color in cross stitch. So to me, it looks a little bit complicated. I did buy one for myself, and I haven't done it yet, but I thought it would be fun in a fun exchange group, and I'm including a pack of markers. And then I just have some tissue paper, a card, and that's my exchange gift. So hopefully whoever gets it likes it. I love this pattern, and I want to stitch it again for myself. I love the color of fabric that I picked, and I don't have enough of that to stitch one for myself, but I'll find something. Maybe I'll find something while I'm at Keepsakes or in the annex this weekend. So, but that's my exchange gift. And then if you've been to StitchCon, you know that they do a floss drops exchange, and then there's so many creative people, and they'll do other things that they'll just give out to everybody for free. I ended up with a big pile of stuff last year. Well, I decided I'm gonna contribute to that again this year. I didn't do floss drops, but what I've done instead is I've made some counting pins. I think it's best to just leave them on there. So everybody's getting a little frog and a little bead. All the frogs are a little bit different. I used a bunch of different beads. The beads are all different. And then I made these cards. Those are my puppers. They just have my information on them. So I've got those in a little bag. And then I also have started to make some wax flossers. So I started making these because I found a mold of dinosaurs. So I have 4 different dinosaurs. This is a little T-Rex, and I've made little flossers. I love them. I love dinosaurs. And who doesn't love a dinosaur, right? But so I've packaged these all up into little bags, and that's gonna be my handout gift this weekend. So that'll be fun, and it'll be fun to see what I end up with. I will make sure that I show some of that in the next video. And then last time I ended up with a huge pile of floss drops that I still have some. I haven't used them all. But now for the stitching that I brought. So I brought a lot. I brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 projects. And I ain't gonna lie, I have a couple extra still down in my car. I drove to Cincinnati this time. Usually the last couple times I've come to StitchCon, I've flown, but tickets were kind of expensive, so I rented a car and I drove up, and it was a nice drive. I took my time and stopped and saw some things. So I'll insert some videos or some pictures in this. But here, this is what I'm gonna work on today. This is from the Scarlet House. Let's see if it'll focus. It's called Try to Mark Well. It's a sampler with the big tomato in the middle of it. I have been stitching a lot of sampler projects in the last couple of months. I don't know what got me started on that, but I'm really enjoying them. And this is my current project on the progress on this. So I've got the whole top done. I started the tomato, and then we'll see how much progress I can make. I haven't been able to stitch very much the last couple weeks, so I'm hoping that today at StitchCon I can finish that tomato and some of the other stuff, and maybe my hope is that I can finish this weekend. So I think this is going to be my daytime kind of priority stitch. I'm sorry, this is a 40 count color and cotton. Florence is the color, and I am stitching it with the called for 103 silks. So it's just 5 colors. I'm trying to enhance my silk stash. So on these projects where it doesn't take a lot of silk, I am digging in and going for it. So that was only 5 colors. They look great on this. So this lighting's not great, but I was stitching this outside yesterday, and this green and stuff in the sunlight is beautiful. So enjoying that one, and that's gonna probably be my, at least during the daytime, my priority stitch. Sorry, I have these all, they're in project bags, my dinosaur project bag, but they're also in plastic bags because just because. Another thing that I brought was the hands-on design Mad for Plaid. So back when this was first released, so this came out at Market, right? Or right before Market, I started stitching spring, and then I put it away and never came back for it. I have the called for Cosmo threads, so they're really pretty. I'm stitching it on a 32 count black Belfast, and this is where I currently am. So it's spring, and this is the top row of the berries. It actually, when I sit down and like actually stitch on it, it stitches pretty fast, but I just haven't had time. So I can't decide. I have fabric. I have enough fabric to do them all, and the colors are all, so I don't know if I want to just keep stitching on spring or if I want to maybe start summer. But we'll see where the wind takes me if I even pull this out this weekend. So I have it in the Q stack thinking that it's going to be my nighttime project, but we'll see. Another project bag. I love this one. This is from Starry Owl Stitchery. She's on Etsy. I think she lists new projects bags maybe every Sunday, and I am absolutely in love with her bags. So the project I have in here is from Little Robin Designs. This is Little Liberties. So this just came out, what, a month or so ago. I have the called for threads. It's only 2, I think it's, the blue is a Week Style Works and the red is maybe a Classic Color Works. But any red and blue would work. I do have the called for fabric, which is a 40 count Fiber on a Whim Cream and Sugar. And this is where I currently am on this. So I'm almost done with the border on Justice, and I just kind of started the next one just to make sure I had my spacing right, so I can cut these out. I do want to, I think I want to make them into little pillows. But that's where I am on that one. And then last year at StitchCon, I brought the Lindy Stitches It's a Marvelous World, and that's all I stitched on all weekend. I loved stitching it, and I had a finish. The last night of StitchCon, I actually finished that one. And because of that, I was like, well, I'm gonna grab another Lindy Stitches project in case I get inspiration to stitch on that. So I brought, where's the cover? I know I have cover. Hold on. Lindy Stitches Beautiful Things. I'm not very far on this, which makes me think that I'm probably not going to want to stitch on it. But this is where I am. So I haven't made a whole lot of progress on this one at all. But this is a 32 count color and cotton something. Maui. Yeah, it's a 32 count color and cotton. Maui is the color. I don't know. I brought it. I really think I want to stitch on the Scarlet House during the day. So whether or not this one comes out is to be determined. And then I also brought, this is from Heartstrings Samplery. This is the Old Rugged Cross. I've been working on this one for a while and not making very much progress. And I think I explained before that the Old Rugged Cross was my dad's favorite hymn, and I can still remember him wanting it sung in church, and so it has a lot of memory to me, and that's why I want to stitch it. And this is my current progress. So I've got the one side down. I started the letters a couple weeks ago. These colors, sorry, my lighting in here is terrible, but I grabbed it. I don't know, I might even leave this in my suitcase. I don't know that I'm gonna take it into StitchCon today, but I brought it just in case the mood strikes. And I bought two more because I can't help myself. Like I said, I was on a little bit of a sampler kick, and then I had bought a couple of the Red Barn samplers. I met Ray Niles last year at StitchCon, and she's been designing, and she's got these beautiful samplers. This is the M. Holloway sampler. So I've kitted it up with some dinky dyes and just some other floss from my stash. None of it's the called for. And then this is a 46 count, and this is as far as I am on this one. This is another one that I think that I will probably just leave in my suitcase. And I'm moving over to the Hyatt today, so once I check in this afternoon, my suitcase is just going to be upstairs. So if I decide that I want to switch projects, it'll be pretty easy to do, and I won't be hauling all this stuff inside. One more. This is also from Heartstrings Samplery. This is Emma Fisher 1899. Let's see if it'll focus. It's basically the Lord's Prayer, so Psalms 23. I bought this from a kit from Beth, oh gosh, last year or the year before. And I finally sat down and started stitching on it, and I loved stitching on it. This is as far as I am. It's all the called for fabrics. This is, I think, a 36 count vintage country mocha. And this is where I am. Again, just another one I threw in. Whether or not I get to it is to be determined. So that's my StitchCon plans. I don't know if I'm gonna post this as its own video, or, which I probably should because I haven't posted in a while. But so you might get this short video, and then I will try to give an update after StitchCon, and we'll see how much progress I actually made on these projects. And what kind of new things I can buy. I'm gonna go find a bank this morning and also get a little more cash. And I keep telling myself that I have so much and I don't need to buy anything, but I also know how I am, and as soon as that annex opens, I'm gonna be in there with a pile of stuff to buy. So I know that about myself, and it is what it is. So I hope everybody is well. If you're at StitchCon, you're probably not going to see this video until maybe afterwards, but if you see me, hopefully I'll make some new friends and see some old friends, and I look forward to it. I've been so, in all honesty, I've been so busy with work and life that I almost canceled StitchCon because I'm like, gosh, I really can't afford to take time off and drive all the way to Cincinnati. But then a couple weeks ago, I had a really bad week, both at work and just some stuff that was going on with Mom, and I need some me time. Basically is what it comes down to. I need a break where I can kind of just forget about everything and just do something that I enjoy. And so I'm really glad I didn't cancel StitchCon. I'm happy that I'm here. I think today's gonna be great, and it's gonna just kind of inspire me, and I need that right now. So I hope everybody else is well. And I'm gonna post this, go get some breakfast, and go to StitchCon, and I will update you guys once it's over. So